to Barstool Breakdowns, Episode 8. Today we have a very interesting topic. We have some fun stuff going on.
We do.
So what's our topic today, Andy? What are we talking about?
We're going to talk about strange addictions. And what was the other thing called? Phobias.
Phobias.
Yeah.
Phobias and odd
I
addictions.
was obviously scared to say phobias, so I was trying to
Yeah. You have the problem with the word sometimes,
back
don't you?
that completely out. Yeah.
That's okay. I do too.
So yeah, welcome back. How's
Yeah,
it
man.
been, buddy?
It's been an interesting couple months. I know you've been busy with work. I haven't been. So I thought I'd talk about that for a second.
Yeah,
So-
because we've been a little incognito for a while.
We have been, you know, and I have to thank all of our audience out there and our folks that are on Facebook and TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all of our subscribers, all of our family and friends, because they've been reaching out saying, hey, where's the shows? We love this stuff. You know, you guys are quasi-funny. But, we love the fact that you guys...
They're talking about you.
They are probably talking about me, you're right.
Because I'm hilarious.
You're something, that's for damn sure. But no, we really appreciate all the feedback and all the questions about, hey, where's the show? To be quite frank, we've had some technical stuff that we've been wanting to upgrade, and we've got that in the studio today. Thank you to Andy for that.
We've needed to upgrade.
We have needed to upgrade badly.
And we had our last show, which there has been a show in the can, but
We
oh
can't
my
get the
God.
audio fixed.
We had multiple pieces of peripherals going that were not syncing up with each other, and that were just a nightmare.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Just had to bite the bullet and do a couple upgrades, and
Yeah.
because of that, the show's not generating any income yet.
Yeah, I've got people ask me, how much money do you make from doing the show? I'm like, nothing. Actually, it costs. It costs us time. It costs us effort. We love doing it.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of fun. But we definitely have the technology going now. Now we can be live on our socials, which we're glad to have you. Please do make sure you comment in. We are not on Instagram today. We thought we would be, but we didn't get that rolling quite yet.
Things happen.
But yeah, so a couple things I was going to talk about. So, we have Hunter, the Cabana boy, in here. Hi, Hunter.
He's been missing since like episode 1.
He has been missing since episode 1. That's right. We have several people in here, actually.
Yeah, we actually have a little bit of a gallery.
We have a gallery. Can I use the word groupies?
No,
probably
that's
not.
derogatory.
We do have a couple of the feminine persuasion in the room today watching the show, but we'll introduce them later. So, but what I was going to talk about is, part of the reason I wear the wig, this is a wig. This isn't my actual hair, folks. Spoiler alert. But part of the reason I decided to wear the wig when we started this whole passion project, I guess you'll call it, 4 or 5 months ago, was branding purposes. Our logo, it's kind of a fun little logo. It's kind of fun to do, mess around with the wig and stuff, right? It's recognizable. But more so, the career I had at the time, past tense now, I just wanted to be a little bit careful, about a little bit of disconnect between my professional life and my personal, because we do talk about some racy shit on the show.
Trying to fly under the radar.
A little bit, respectfully.
And to be fair, it was discussed.
It was discussed,
So-
and the blessing was given-ish. Well, I asked for permission, not for forgiveness, so
Yeah.
it is what it is. But my company, still not going to mention the names, great company, they had to do what they had to do, but they had to lay off thousands of people in one day. And it was rough, and I was part of that, of upper middle management. That's not uncommon, a lot of hard times right now for Americans, and I've never been through a layoff, and it's odd. It's unsettling, kind of like sitting on a warm toilet seat, which is not quite right. So, I'll be fine. I've got a lot of good activity going, but it just really kind of makes you think a little bit. You've been through this before.
You're so blindsided.
You are.
You're not expecting it. Life's going on perfectly fine and normal. You have your routine. You have your budget. And all of a sudden, that is just yanked out from underneath you.
Yeah.
Just gone. Your entire. It doesn't affect just you. It affects you. It affects your family.
Sure.
It affects everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, it's.
Yeah, and I'm fortunate, and this isn't a pity part about me, but there's a lot of families that are affected, and this happens not only in my company, obviously lots of companies around, the states of the world, but
absolutely.
When people are facing something like that, I'd say wrap your arms around those folks, because that's a rough deal. It's an ego hit, but that's what's been going on. So I've been looking for my next career, and it's probably not going to be in podcasting right now. Got to make a couple bucks, so.
That's why we're relying on all of you to like,
OnlyFans
share,
is
follow,
raking
and
it in
subscribe.
right now, dude. I tell you what, I'm making it hand over something. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. I'm totally kidding on that one.
say, I thought you'd probably have to pay people.
I would have to pay people.
Watch your
You're right.
OnlyFans
You're
page.
darn right. That's right.
That,
But anyway,
I know
so
that's not on our list, but here we had a local OnlyFans store here in Missouri.
oh, we do have some news articles we're going to talk about. So yeah,
But that's not one that I had planned.
Yeah,
but
that
there
was an
a-
interesting
I think
one.
it was Carroll or Carrollton
County. So that'd be what just south of the Ozark City area. The Ozarks,
I'm not
right?
sure where it's
But
at.
at any rate, yeah, a teacher down there got busted for got fired for having an OnlyFans account, and this guy was making like $1 million a year.
She said that her teaching salary, which I don't know if any of you know, Missouri is one of the lowest salaries for teachers in the state.
Yeah.
And she was in one of the lowest paying school districts in the lowest paying state for teachers.
Yeah.
She was making like $40,000 a year. And
She's making that much?
$40,000 a year. I don't remember what grade she taught or what subject she taught, but she started doing OnlyFans and she made $1 million in 6 months.
Boy, I do my homework.
And it's like,
No. Yeah.
So-
So she got canned for that.
but there's some problems with the bylaws of the district. Don't say anything specifically related to she's got a lawsuit, I guess, that's pending, but there's some really non-descriptive language in the bylaws of the district that there's a possibility she could end up winning that lawsuit for being dismissed.
Well, I hope she gets $40,000 for the rest of her life and the $1 million on top of it. I mean, who knows, right?
a couple $1 million a year on OnlyFans.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for a different career. Not OnlyFans.
Not
I'm just kidding.
OnlyFans.
But no, it's been a journey and a lot of good activity and stuff like that. But that's part of where we've been. But again, back to kind of as I started talking about, a lot of great comments, a lot of good questions out there about where the show is, and when we're back, we're going to start doing lives every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central. And we're definitely looking for you guys to like, follow, share, and comment. That really helps us build, our exposure to other people. We're getting close on YouTube to be able to go live on YouTube as well. And we got some good guests lined up. We're getting ready to do some remotes too. That's part of the technology need that we had.
So let's go back to the wigs for
The
for
wig.
a second.
Oh, okay,
And let's
yeah.
go back because
I put something out on
the
socials
wig
yesterday.
and the followers.
Yep, wig and the followers. So
Because I think you made a commitment,
I did make a commitment, pretty
which
public
I
commitment.
didn't even know about it.
I know.
I found out about it at the same time everybody else.
Yeah, and I did not ask for
I mean,
permission
I'm
either.
excited about it because I get to do it. But
Yeah. So we are trying to grow our followership on TikTok as well as other social platforms, especially Spotify and YouTube, of course. So as I mentioned before, this is not my hair. I'm not going to show you my hair. But once we get to 10,000 TikTok followers, goal number 1, I'm going to let Mr. Andy here take the wig off and shave my head.
with my pocket knife,
Maybe not the pocket knife, but we'll figure something out, right?
straight edge razor.
Straight edge razor. We'll start the clippers first. But so please do, we see you guys liking our posts. We love that. But please do, follow us.
I think we should add like while your head is shaved.
Oh, God.
I mean, let's double down on this some kind of way.
Let's?
Yeah.
Is there a mouse in your pocket? This is me.
But I think you need to have like a little 10K tattooed on
No,
on the back of your head.
No.
The hair will grow over it.
Yeah, well, that's a hard pass on that.
Show
one.
your Show your commitment.
I got a lot of ink. That's not where I'm going to put any ink. That's for
It's going
darn
to be
sure.
covered up with your hair.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen to this guy.
right.
You can do it.
It sounded fun.
How about 100K? Just a little tiny. I'll do it on the back of your head.
If we get to 100K,
And 100,000 TikTok followers.
not on the back of my. I'll do it somewhere.
You will do it somewhere?
I'd do it somewhere.
We all heard that?
Not where I get to pick where it goes.
Okay. And not somewhere where I have to, drink heavily before I do it. Like, I don't want to see stuff.
You don't want to have to lift anything.
Nothing light. Okay, anyway, so let's continue on. So we got a good topic today. We're going to get into that. We got a couple news stories. We want to talk a little bit about some stuff going on.
So I don't know. So Cabana Boy said he knows about this guy, and I'm sure everybody else out there probably doesn't. That's your name, dude. So the Florida man, I guess there's a bunch of memes, and there's a Twitter account, Florida man. It's _ Florida man, and all he does is he like posts things, because Florida's like the most random, crazy place where shit happens.
I mean, it's one of many, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a weird mix of like retirees, rednecks, meth heads, strippers, people going to see Mickey Mouse, and all this weird shit that's
Yeah.
going on. Anyway,
Alligators in there, or
so
crocodiles or
this
something.
Florida man, like, he does his post on like crazy, stupid shit that's going on in Florida. Well, as a result of that, this group has decided to start something called the Florida Man Games. This is the inaugural Florida Man Games. And it's a competition that's known simply as the most insane athletic showdown on earth.
Okay.
And what their plan is, the games will poke fun at Florida's reputation for producing strange news stories involving guns, drugs, booze, and reptiles, or a combination of all four.
Is Coke running going to be one of them?
So they did list like a couple of the events that they're going to have. So one of them is, it's called an evading arrest obstacle course.
Oh my God. Right.
Contestants will jump over fences and through yards while being chased by a real police officer.
Isn't that called life?
It is in Florida. That's what they're
Okay.
they're trying to purvey that.
Right.
They're going to have the Category 5 cash grab, like hurricanes.
Okay.
Which is just one of those booths.
Is that going to be held at the strip club down in Miami, or?
And also the self-explanatory beer belly wrestling.
Okay, I got the
So,
belly. So
yeah.
what about the wrestling part?
I guess they're just going to have like big beer belly guys like wrestling each other. Wrestling.
Oh, I'm not wrestling you.
This isn't a competition. It's a one-of-a-kind Floridian spectacle. And 2 former stars of the 1990s American Gladiator show have signed on to be referees for this event.
So which ones? I just saw a documentary about this.
I did too. I watched that.
Oh, yeah.
Tickets are $45 and it's almost sold out.
That'd almost be worth the drive down there.
I don't know. So I just thought that was interesting. I'm wondering if ESPN Ocho.
ESPN
The Ocho. I wonder if they will, they show the dodgeball.
Yeah.
They show dodgeball.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll show the Floridian.
Maybe they'll have Jason Bateman commentate.
The
That'd be
floor man.
awesome. I'd die laughing. I'd lose it.
Yeah. I mean, Jason Bateman can still do it.
Why not?
He can still do it.
He can still do it for sure.
Matthew Perry can't. But Jason
Oh,
Bateman can.
God.
Is it too soon for that?
Oh,
my God.
There's
a lot of groans
man,
when I just
and
sit there.
all over here, too. I'm sure there's lots of groaning shit going on. So do you have more to that one?
No, that was
so that was a segue.
Interesting, but
that was a segue.
I think that was like too soon on that.
There's a guy. So Matthew Perry, right, died here in the last week and change or whatever, and I think it was the 28th. The news, was broken about that, and such a sad, obviously any loss of life is sad, and obviously he had his demons that he dealt with, and we all kind of knew about that, alcohol and probably some drugs in the past, maybe. I'm not really sure. I don't want to speculate, but super sad situation, and we lost a friend, and that's really what that is, and such a big show for a long time. I talked to my kids about Friends. They kind of know what it is. They've never seen it.
Well, my kids became like the next generation of watching Friends. Cabana Boy hates the laugh track.
Oh, does he?
He would watch the show, but he cannot stand the laugh track on. He completely hates the laugh track.
Yeah.
Take the laugh track out. What is it?
Yeah. So Matthew Perry, as everybody knows, he was found in his home in I'm guessing Beverly Hills. I think it was near Warner Brothers Studios or whatever, but in his hot tub,
Actually, a pretty modest place. Did you see the pictures of his
yeah,
house?
yeah. I mean, 10, probably $12, $15 million place, but for what you'd assume, fairly modest. For a 10,000 square foot mansion in the Beverly Hills or whatever.
It wasn't that big, was it?
It was pretty big.
Oh.
5,000, 6,000 square foot, maybe. I don't know from the pictures, but his hot tub apparently was plenty big enough.
Pretty deep. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I went there first a little bit and capped it off. Thanks, Andy. Appreciate that. So, yeah, I mean, that's super sad. And, obviously our hearts go out for that family and obviously all the other Friends co-stars. And
Well, one of the things that's interesting is, so, of course, when that came back up, I remember watching the reunion a couple of years ago when it came out. And all the speculation that was around that he didn't look right. He didn't
sound right. He didn't look right.
So I went back. I actually watched too. He did a interview with Bill Maher about a year ago, and he was talking about being clean. He'd just written a book, which I haven't read that book, but I do have interest in doing it now. But the thing about it is that he going back and watching those episodes now, of course, knowing what you know at this point in time, there are a lot of like surreal and foreshadowing
Comments
and
and
comments
scenes,
that
yeah.
he makes that you're like, wow, you know what? That really, it's pretty interesting. And one of the other things I found interesting is that at the beginning of every episode now on HBO Max, they have put in memory of Matthew Perry, 1960 whatever to 2023.
Right.
So I mean, they jumped right on that.
Oh, sure,
got
they
that
did.
put on
Of
the
course
beginning
they
of
did,
every single episode.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff coming out of that, and very sad story. And I had no idea that his stepfather was Keith Richardson.
Yeah, is he on NBC?
It's one of those crime television shows or something. But man, that guy's got he's got a great voice for voiceover acting, like this dude over here.
His stepdad for several years. I didn't realize that was his stepdad either.
Yeah.
So I saw that one on the news, like the morning or two after that, they were talking about it and said that was his stepdad. Had no idea.
Yeah. So, which of the friends are you most like, Andy?
Man, I don't.
Phoebe. I was going to say Ursula.
Ursula's not even on there. That's Phoebe. Ursula's on Mad About You. That's her twin sister.
She was on Friends.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. Out of the guys, I'm not like Joey, and I'm not like Ross. So I guess I'd probably have to relate more to
Mr. Heckles downstairs.
Yeah. Oh, now there's a good one. Yeah, Mr. Heckles. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, I'm not going to pet your monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you owe me a cat.
Oh my God. Yeah. Right.
You owe me a waffle.
Yeah. So Matthew Perry. Oh, they said he can hardly hear Andy. Well, it's because of Mike's over here. Oh, God, Lord. At any rate, please watch the comments on social, guys. Thanks. Appreciate it.
I don't know what was said.
So. Don't worry about it. So, okay, back to story. So we have one more story here. And again, kind of another serious one. And I don't know if anybody's seen this on Facebook. In the Midwest, we're here in the Kansas City area, but I hope this doesn't turn out to be another true crime story we're going to see on Netflix someday.
I don't think it can be.
I hope not. But so there's this guy, Tyler Goodrich, out of Lincoln, Nebraska, 35-year-old man in a same-sex marriage. And a couple weeks ago, November 3rd, there was a domestic fight, I guess, at their home, the two couples' homes. And the police came. When they came, Tyler had already left on foot and hasn't been seen since. There's a large manhunt going on in the Lincoln, Nebraska area, and they haven't found him yet. So originally there was some concern the husband may have been involved. I think that concern has been somewhat alleviated. He is helping with the search. Just kind of a concerning deal. I saw it pop up on one of my friends' Facebook feeds. So obviously someone that was known very, very well. So we'll throw up the poster that the Lincoln, Nebraska Police Department or whatever is putting out there. So
is
please,
Lincoln or Omaha? Was Lincoln?
Is Lincoln, Nebraska?
Okay.
Yeah, Lincoln, Nebraska. And nobody's seen this guy. Nobody's seen this guy since November 3rd. So kind of scary stuff. And again, hopefully this doesn't end up being a bad situation.
I think his wife saw him since then.
Who?
His wife. His wife? Yeah. Does she have anything to do with what's going on?
No.
I don't really know the whole story. So
they're in a same-sex marriage.
Oh.
Yeah. So there was a domestic dispute between two men.
Oh,
and he left before the police showed up, and that's been it. So check out Tyler Goodrich out on Google or whatever. You'll see it. Go on Facebook. There's a Help Find Tyler Goodrich story. Make sure you share that and keep your eyes open. So we don't want to lose a good one.
Sorry, I got you discombobulated. We're doing Matthew Perry last.
You got me discombobulated, but that's okay.
Well,
that's all right.
It's funny because it's always been Jason Bateman and Matthew Perry. For me, it's always like when I think of one, I think of the other. Like it's those. I don't know why they're not in stuff together, but they just always reminded me of one another. Yeah. And it's kind of like Christian Slater and Kevin Bacon. Those two have always kind of reminded me of each other as I was growing up. And so when you said Jason Bateman, I was thinking about
Matthew Perry.
I was thinking about the Ocho, but it made me think of Matthew Perry. And I knew we were getting ready to talk about him anyway. So I threw that inappropriately timed.
No, you're good. You're good. So a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, right? But we thought today we'd talk a little bit about some phobias and some odd addictions. There's a show out there called, I think, Strange Addictions.
I don't think it's still on anymore.
Is it not on
I think
anymore?
it's on TLC or TLC.
I think so.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah.
So, but phobias. So let's talk a little bit about some phobias. So Andy,
Do you have any personally?
oh, I do. I've got a weird. Honestly, have a weird phobia.
So I can't think of anything that I really have a phobia of.
Okay.
I have I have fears of things, but I don't necessarily have phobias of things. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah, I think a phobia, and I'll talk about the one I've got. It's really strange. Is something that you could probably work past it somehow with therapy, but it just gets you at your core. So I'll hit on that one here in a little bit, but I've got 4 or 5 of them. I thought I'm going to try to pronounce these because they are tongue twisters.
well, every single one of them is that way.
Yeah, I can get the last 7
So,
digits right, phobia, or
Duchess
6.
and I were looking at them last night, and it's like, how in the hell do you even pronounce these damn things? And then one of them was twice as long as the rest of them were. And the phobia itself was fear of long words.
I saw that too.
It was like hippopotamopolis, snuffleupagus.
That one.
Supercalifragilistic.
Yeah, exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Yeah. Exactly. All right. So what do you have on your list? What phobias do you have on your list?
The ones that I looked up were almost identical to the ones that you had.
Okay.
One of them in particular just made me laugh out loud. I think it was the next to last one, the Ephebiphobia.
Okay.
Ephebiphobia.
Oh, yes. Ephebi phobia.
Yeah.
Ephebiphobia is a fear of teenagers or adolescents.
Well, what causes that?
Parenthood, I think.
I was going to say, is that a parenting thing?
Yeah, I think that's a parenting issue. Yeah, but that's literally what it is, a fear of teenagers or adolescents. And this isn't like, oh, those damn teenagers. This is like, people get high anxiety and stuff like that around teenagers. So, yeah, parenting.
Fear of going.
So that was a weird
going
one.
to the mall.
Fear of going to the mall. Yeah, same one, exactly.
Whew.